Hey folks, welcome back to another HP Gaming GameLINK video. Today we have an unboxing for you, but it requires the assistance of our junior gamer. We are here today, we're going to be building our sweet valley, building up all sorts of wonderful comforts and trying to make the most cozy homestead possible as we take a look at KTBG's Creature Comforts. Hey folks, welcome back. For those of you who don't know me by now, my name is Matt and I'm sure we're destined to be the very best of friends. I am joined today for the first time in a long time by our junior gamer,
Charlotte. And
she is here to assist me because the last time we worked on a game by these particular crew was very well received. Our playthrough, however, left a little bit to be desired. Charlotte beat me by 1 point. What game are we talking about? In this instant, though, it's the new one from Kids Table Board Gaming, Creature Comforts. Now, this is a game that is designed for 1 to 5 players, and effectively, you take control of a family of critters, and you are looking to effectively gather the best and most coziest village. We're going to have a look and see what's in the box. I'm really excited to get into it because Fossilis, their previous game, was fantastic, wasn't it?
And I won.
And Charlotte won on the playthrough. Yes, she will never let me live that one down. This one's designed to play in 45 minutes, so similar sort of style and theming. And if the production value on Fossilis is anything to go by, this is going to be something really spectacular. So we're going to get it down at the table and we'll have a look and see what's in the box. So while I take the plastic off of this, Charlotte, can you explain to everyone a little bit about Fossilis in terms of its production? What was so great about Fossilis for you?
Well, it was a very good game because you could actually get the bones out of the thing.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It was effectively a prehistoric dig site, and you and your fellow explorers were effectively trying to uncover the best. Yes, apart from beat me, trying to uncover the best fossils. Now, what's really awesome, Charlotte, is that this game is also been looked after by game trays. There's a really good storage solution in here as well. We do love game trays. Plastic, of course, goes on the floor. There it goes. It is gone instead. Let's get into the Maple Valley, which is where this is set, and we're going to show you what's in the box. But first and foremost, let's have a look at this beautiful art. There's something about Kids Table Board Game products. There's another one coming out from them, which we've backed, called Power Plants. That is going to be fantastic as well. But this one here, I don't know, it's sort of a bit worker placement, Everdell light, if you will. And looking at the box, it just looks fabulous, absolutely fabulous. There's also a few extra surprises in terms of the cards, because this is the deluxe version of Creature Comforts.
What?
This is the deluxe version, just making sure there's nothing on there. We're going to put that to the side, up over here, just so we can see what's going on here. We have a rule book, which is, kind of good when we understand how it plays. Now, the rule book on this one is actually quite extensive. It's very, very thick. There's a worm.
There.
What else have we got?
4 dice.
Yeah, lots of different colours of dice. Player setup. Different player counts require different components. Placement of gameplay, different steps. I do love the fact that there is a family-friendly mode with this one, as there was with Fossilis, so you could remove things that are a bit more take that, so that you're not really running the risk of upsetting people. Upkeep, market phases, telling stories, how to play solo, which I dig because I do love a good solo game, and then Creature Comforts at a glance. Come on, you know me, I like to game on my own. You can't play Arkham Horror with me. Not yet. Soon, yes. But not yet. All right.
Punch out!
This is Charlotte's favourite bit. We've got some punch outs here.
Ooh,
now,
yes.
Bearing in mind too, there are some deluxe components in this box. So for the love of, I cannot remember which components were deluxe and which aren't, so you'll just have to bear with us. We'll make our way through that. But the punch board is, quite nice. We've got here one front. On the back, it's just got nice big tokens there as well. These have 5s and these have 3s. There must be some sort of bearing on that. And this is just a nice... looks like a
house?
little... maybe it's a house, maybe it's a village thing. What we might do, let's just flick over here to the components. And we can see what we've got here in terms of this. That's a hilltop tile. That's a hilltop tile. And this is like a river dial, which helps you rotate your dice based on the results that you need to achieve certain things. Yes, there's purple dice.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. You are the proud owner of the Kickstarter exclusive edition of Creature Comforts, which has all of the upgraded bits. There's a little resource caddy for all the resources. There's a wooden meeple version of the worm instead of the punch-out version of the worm. And there's a little caddy tray to store everything, home boards, how to pack it all up. That is fabulous. Yes. We will keep that over here so we know how to put it all back in once we've taken it all out.
Is this the board?
This is going to be the board. Now, I have a feeling that... actually, it's not as big as I thought it was going to be.
Are you sure about that?
No, I am. I think I'm going to have to go long ways, though. Oops. I'm smacking everything. My goodness. There we go. Here we go. Let's have a look here.
Oh my gosh.
Charlotte's giggling at me. Now, we will get a wide shot of that for you, but you can see the whole thing is set up like a little village. Maple Valley, I believe it's called.
1, 2, 3,
Yep, point values. There's seasons here as well. Now, I will say, stick around at the end. Of late, we've been doing a bit of a sneak peek of how it all looks when it's set up on the table. So stick around for that because it'll be something to behold when it's all set up. Not as table presency as something like Foundations of Rome, but it'll still look awesome.
Yes.
I do like the artwork. You've got this cool little owl dude here
Is he
doing his
playing,
thing.
Cards or something?
Maybe he's teaching. Maybe he's being an owl, like at school. I do like there's all sorts of villages and things as well.
Owl.
I like it. It's
Miss
good.
Owl.
Mr. Owl, Miss Owl. We'll see how we go. We'll pop that over there. Oh, game trays. Okay, so this is... Oh, that's annoying.
What?
It's great because game trays and Kids Table Board Gaming have already basically put everything together for us. But I like the idea of going through the baggies and actually opening things up and putting them in the components. But they've done it all for us. All right, let's see. What have we got? We've got here... These look like they're the villagers, the workers.
Is there an Easter bunny?
No, well, there might be some bunnies in there. There's rabbits, there's porcupines, there's raccoons, there's a squirrel, there's a fox. Now, I believe the fox meeples, there was an issue with those, and we had to get an extra set because they were misprinted. I could be wrong. There's little houses in there as well, but they're effectively
I don't see misprinted.
the same. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Maybe. Yeah, they're slightly discoloured. So if you have a look here, you may not be able to see it on the overhead, but this is the one that was in the box, and this is the one that was in the new one, and you can see there's a slight colour correction there to make those work.
What's this?
It's much for muchness, but hey, they've thought about it. That's a porcupine.
Oh.
So what we'll do, Charlotte, can you see if you can find one of each of the different characters there? So we've got porcupine,
Raccoon.
rabbit, raccoon. Here, put them all in here and we'll hold them up for the camera.
Oh, fox.
The raccoons are cool. The fox. What does the fox say? And then we've got the squirrel as well. So there's enough for 5 different workers, 5 different clans, I guess, of animal. 5 different players. And you can see you've got a squirrel, a raccoon, porcupine, rabbit, fox, and squirrel. And they look great. They look great. They're screen printed. They're little meeple characters. They could have just had little colours. I know. They could have just done colours, literally coloured meeples, but they've gone a bit one step further. And again, that's part of the deluxe elements, I think.
However they do it is like creative and stuff.
It's always very creative. You bang on. That's one thing about these guys. Ever since we backed Fossilis, every game we've come across on Kickstarter or wherever the case may be from these guys, it's always been quite spectacular.
And awesome.
And awesome.
And
awesomely spectacular. Well, I will say the track record that I have with KTBG versus Charlotte is not fantastic. It is hit and miss, but that's all right.
You're like 50%.
Oh, shush.
100%.
All right, we've got some player boards here. Now, it looks like they are all the
colour-coded.
same, and they're colour-coded based on your players. Oh, look, and there's a little village as well. So that's your little house that you're building up there. So they're double-sided. Oh, look at that. They're all different coloured cozy places to live in.
Oh,
that's cool.
Cute. But how are you supposed to keep track and put them in your home?
Well, I don't know. I reckon that might be for solo play or something, depending on which way you are. Because obviously, if you've got 5 players, you can't have double-sided boards. Unless there's an end game, we'll have to have a work out how we're meant to do it. Okay, so let's talk dice for a moment.
Yay!
So Charlotte's going to test the dice because
But
that's what
there's
happens.
not only like there's 10 family dice.
There's 10 family dice. There's 2 for each family, but these white die here, or dice I should say, are village dice. So they're effectively communal dice, so that everyone can use. No, they're village dice.
Oh.
So these are communal dice that get rolled, and everyone gets the chance to use those faces. So effectively, you roll your own dice. You have up to 6 in your pool that you can utilise to do actions. Charlotte, if you would do the honours, please.
I got
They
a 4,
work.
3,
You got a 6?
2, 6.
Oh, nearly a full house. That's a good job. Fair effort.
What if I got 6, 6, 6?
That would be very good. That would be very good.
Can I open the next bag?
Let's have a look and see what we've got here. You can open up those creature dice there.
Yay, purple.
I'm digging the little character caddy here for all the bits. It's very, very handy. I think you can take the whole thing out of the box, which is very good too. Get the cards out for a bit. Oh, that's awesome. So the 1 pips on the dice are paws relating to the different characters. So the question's going to be whether or not yes, they are. That's fantastic. I love it. I love that. That is so good.
That's the raccoon.
It is the raccoon. That's brilliant. So they've done, I'll show you when Charlotte gets them all out. The dice themselves, so one big tick from me, the dice are not screen printed, they're etched, which is brilliant. So we've got here.
Purple.
Yep, can you pass me a purple one, please?
Yellow
Thank you so much.
Got in the paws.
That's it, all the paws. So here you can see they've actually etched in all the different paws as the 1 pip on each of the dice, which is fantastic. They're color coded to match as well, but it's not just a symbol, same symbol for every die. They've actually bothered to create the footprint of each representative little woodland creature, which is fabulous. Charlotte, you're going to roll all these for me, make sure they work. Oh, I don't want to spill them everywhere. Let's roll those. Looking good. Okay, I think Charlotte knows she's going to be purple because that's you're going to be the squirrel. Yeah. I don't know. Does that mean I have to be the raccoon? Maybe.
Well, you always let me and Blade choose.
I do because I have to live with you, so I want to make sure that everyone's happy. Okay, so we've got some dice. Let's have a look here. It looks like we've got some little settlement, little houses. Is that what we've got here? Cottages.
Cottages.
And they're all in all different colours. I have just dropped one on the floor, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll get it in a minute. Let's see. So little cottages here. They're actually quite chunky, and they're again slightly different styles. They all look like they're a similar cut, but they're quite weighty. And again, they're sort of reminiscent of your Catan houses, settlements, and things, just with a bit more detail, which is awesome. I am carefully trying to put these back in. Oh my goodness, because I dropped one. I dropped one of the squirrels' houses, but that's okay. That's fine. We'll pop that one back in there. All right, now we've got this little bit here. Oh, look at that.
I want to get the one.
You can open that one out, that's fine, and then we'll go through some cards before we go through the trays. Components-wise, there's a lot in the box. For a game that it doesn't have a huge footprint in terms of the box size, as you can see here. There's a ton of stuff in here, and I know, admittedly...
Yeah, it smells.
It's because it's a worm. Admittedly, it's not... It is the deluxe version, I should say, so there's a few extras than will be in retail, but... it's still quite a lot of stuff. What we've got here, we've got what looks like a wheelbarrow. So we've got a wheelbarrow there, and that's instead of just the chipboard version, that's a deluxe, awesome wooden version. There's 2 of those fellows there, which is cool. What else we got? We got some little storybooks, it looks like. Lesson learned tokens, almanacs. So these effectively are little bookie Wookiees. and they'll talk to you. Charlotte's sniffing them. Almanacs that will help you gain or lose effectively points or knowledge, I guess. And then we've got our friend the worm. Just come over a bit more, sweetheart, so you're right centre. Just careful, don't knock that one. That's it. That's our first player marker. Instead of that chipboard version we saw before, we've got this beautiful, wonderful thing here. I'm assuming the worm is the first player marker. That would make sense. Let's pop him. I will not smell it. I will pop him. Let's put Mr. Worm up over here. He can stay up there on display next to the microphone. All right, what else we got? I think that's it. Oh, we'll go through some cards. Let's do some cards, and then we'll do the trays. Yep. The question is there something else underneath there as well?
Secrets.
Who knows? Secrets. Oh, look, they've got a pull on this one. That's cool.
We love pulleys. Can I put that on the ground?
Put that one on the ground for me. Who says we need a knife? Quick, shake it off. Shake it off.
I can't.
Don't go too crazy. Plastic on the floor. There you go.
Can't get it off.
Ugh, get off there. You. Okay, there we go. So we've got a collection of cards here. The backs of these are all going to be very similar, I think, as it is just the one deck of cards. Yes, it is.
Yep.
So these are all comforts and things you use to develop your place, your village, your place in the village, I should say. So you can see here, there's the back. Nice big crackling fire, very good for winter. And it is coming into winter here in Australia. We're just about to have Easter. We're just about to have we're in autumn now, heading into winter. So this could be a great game to get around the table and pretend that
we can take it up to our holiday with us.
Maybe we'll have to see how we go. All right, we've got some bread, and it gives you +2 hearts. Now, hearts are comfort points or VPs, I would imagine. If you also have soup, so bread and soup, good combination. Lots of bread. There's soup there for you. And I think down the side here is ingredients that you're required to build those. A mandolin to play some tunes, some nice relaxing tunes. Candles to create a mood. You got a bookshelf, okay, for all sorts of stuff there. We've got some pie, which is very cool. Pie's important.
Party pies.
No, not party pies. We're talking apple pie.
Oh, yummy.
Nice. A muffler. And a muffler's like a scarf. A rocking chair, +2 if you also have a quilt on the rocking chair. A fairy garden, +8 for each set of tokens that are stored there.
Garden.
Yep, that's it. We've got a flute. +2 if you've also got a mandolin. A quilt, which helps you with your rocking chair. So worth 7. Stew, if you have bread, you get bonus points with the stew as well. Toys, +6. Got to have toys, comfort. Yeah. Lots of games. In fact, I think, from memory, there are some board games in here as comfort items you can construct and build as well, or purchase, which I think is very cool. Pot of tea. If you have a rocking chair, you get bonus points. So I do like the idea of combination. Yeah. You've got a hearth, +2 for each set of those. Yeah, each set of wood stored there. Lamps to add illumination. Preserves. So if you make jams and marmalades and all sorts, you can have all sorts here. Socks. Pantries. Snowshoes to keep you comfortable in the snow in the colder months. Ice skates, +2 if you have socks as well. Don't wear the ice skates without socks. That makes sense. A toboggan if you go out in the snow. A piggy bank. Yep, there you go. Board game. But which board game is it?
This.
No, this board game here is Everdell, I believe. +1 for each other board game and toys comfort that you have. Board game Wingspan. So KTBG actually spoke to all the different suppliers and polled on Board Game Geek to decide which games they should include. And obviously Everdell and Wingspan as comfort games made the cut. Along with my personal favourite, Fossilis is one of the board games that you can play there as well. Isn't that cool? And it's worth 7 points. So you could...
I want that card.
You want that card. So that's one of the games that you can build, and obviously Fossilis was a big hit is a big hit in this house.
And you can actually
that's
play
cool.
in real life.
I like that. That's fantastic. So that's that one there. We'll pop those back in there. Hang on, let's see, because I don't know if there's something underneath there. So you can lift there. Take that one out. Oh, we got playable storage bags.
Yay!
Thanks very much, KTBG. We really appreciate that.
Or maybe this. Just
all right, let's have a look. Let's place it out over here. Game trays. Have a look. You want to lift that side? Oh, ours is chipped a bit.
Oh no, that's not good.
That's okay. Whoop. Losing tokens. So you can see here, there's that big plasticky cover, which is fantastic. Game trays have helped out and provided all sorts of goodies. Storage solutions in spades, which I dig. So these are all the different resources I think.
So
you've got apples,
20 wood, 20 stone, 20 fruit,
yeah, wood,
18 mushrooms,
stone,
18 yarn, and
yarn.
18 grain.
Yep, that's it. Let's get a couple of these out. And I do like that they're painted up proper as well. Looks like there's mushrooms as well.
Yep. And
Let's
yarn
get some of
and
these.
grain. Oh, and the stone.
Yeah, and it looks like there's a bit more than just what's listed there. So the tokens, I don't know if you can see them there, they are screen printed. Mushroom, apples, the wood, the stone, resources you can use to acquire said comforts as well. Stories to tell as well. Yep, I'll grab those out as well. Let's put all these back. So we've got some story tokens, which are these purple little books here. That can help you, obviously, with your telling stories to travelers. What are the wooden tokens there? Are they coins? They look like coins to me.
20 coins.
Those little guys with the leaf on it. And then you've got some lesson learned tokens, which has plus and minus bandages as well, which is very cool.
So I wanted to look at the apples.
No, that's okay. The apples are cool.
Now
They're very cool
apples make me
tokens.
hungry.
I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. Now, I will say, too, we've had this here for a while, but Charlotte has been at school for a whole term, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so we haven't had a chance to get to it, except for this week. Somebody tested positive for COVID. I'll put my hand up. So we are all in isolation at the moment. But the good news is I'm now free and clear, and we should be well and truly out in a couple of days' time.
On Monday.
But it means we've had lots of time to game, and
Yeah.
that's been awesome. So,
Oh, and do this unboxing.
and do this unboxing, catch up with this one.
Summer.
So these are seasonal boards that can help you with tasks, setting yourself up for comfort, things to do, because this is effectively a worker placement-y style game. Yep. You got it?
Get
Hang on, careful, don't go the other way. That works too. So you've got here a season. So meadow in summer, meadow spring, meadow fall, forest spring. So there's a couple of different forests and meadows. That's the two components at the top of the board.
Winter?
Because winter is the end of the game. You have to snuggle up for winter. That's why you've got to build all the comforts.
Oh.
So these are different things. So different bonuses, whatnot. Again, not entirely sure, but whatever I mistake will come up on the screen with a correction, and I will, be humbly correcting myself as we go.
Yes.
If you roll a 4 or higher, you can collect wood, card costs, resource costs, stories to tell. There you go. The seasons are changing. We're getting into fall, autumn, I should say. Total 7 dice or higher. All sorts of bells and whistles. Totals must equal 8. Wheat resources, etc., etc., etc. Dice, all 3 dice must be even. Things like this. There's all sorts of different dice challenges. So this is a dice game, which means
Yay.
Charlotte is most likely going to wipe the floor with me. Let's be honest. If I'm going too fast, by all means, please pause the video. We are shooting in high definition, but that's all of those cards there. So I think that's everything. We'll see how we go. Yep, that's it. All right, cool, dude, gnarly. We're gonna pop those over there. What else we got? We've got another little pack of cards here. Now these look like more little comforts that you can build.
Oh yeah.
Which is very cool. Hang on, let's get over here. We have got more plastic for the floor. Now the cards, these look like little shuffle wheelbarrow cards. They look like little improvements, I think, you can use to improve your status in living. Almanacs, which give you an almanac token, treated as a permanent lesson learned, which you can use once per month. A bicycle to go cycling around, that's awesome. A field. Guest cottage. Oh, there you go. So you can have a guest come over and visit a herb garden. Orchard. A scale to weigh out all your meats and ingredients. Spinning wheels to do some sewing. Tool shed is there. An umbrella, that's handy in winter. An umbrella is handy in winter. Weather vane, so you can tell which way the wind's blowing. That's kind of cool. Wheelbarrows, we saw before. The wild wood. Writing desk. It looks like some of these cards give you extra dice placement or character placement or worker placement. Recipe books, a pattern book, a barrel sauna. Woohoo, big summer blowout. Family in the sauna, very much like a wandering oaken, which is kind of good too. I think that's the last. Oh, no, there's even more. My goodness, there is so much going on in this box. And there's even space for worms and things to be stored in there too. Let's have a look at... Oh, this is one of the Talents expansions. Micro expansion time.
Should we really be showing this on the video?
Yes, we should, because we have people that want to see all the tokens and all the bits. Watch your fingers, please.
Plastic?
Careful, because I got a knife and I don't want to hurt you. Yep, pull that one off.
You don't want to
We don't want to do that. That's it. Very excited too, because we're going to be teaching my wife how to play Foundations of Rome later, and that's going to be awesome.
And I'll smash you both.
I will say, last time we played, it was a 2-point loss. I won. Charlotte lost by 2 points, but the fact that she's able to pick up that game, And we were talking earlier, and we presented games to you, and we were talking about playing games like Go Nuts for Donuts and Rhino Hero, and you said to me, what did you say to me?
No.
I don't want to play the kiddie games anymore.
One, I'm 8 now.
This is a girl who, they had a board game day at her school when she was in grade 1.
2.
It was grade 1.
No,
And was it grade 1 or grade 2?
2.
I can't remember. Anyway, she went to school and then came home and said, I've got to take a board game to school. And we said, what board game do you want to take? And she ummed and ahed about it for days. And the day finally came, we were getting ready. Come on, Charlotte, I need to make a decision. What game are you going to take to school? And Charlotte turned to me and said, Monster Slaughter. And I said, no.
Yeah.
That is not appropriate to take.
But then I took Snail.
Snail Sprint, yes, which was fantastic and much more amenable for a class of grade 2 students, 6-year-olds. Anyway, we will barrel along. I digress. This is the micro expansion talents, which is adds unique player powers to your games. Each player gains a different advantage they can use to guide their play style. So things like the Stitcher. Let's see, you've got more rules here. We'll bring that one down here. You've got the Stitcher or the Spinner. They're double-sided. So you've got Stitcher, Gardener, Carpenter, Lumberjack, Chef. Now, hang on. I'm going to spin these over because they're double-sided. You can be Gourmet Chef, a Thatcher to build roofs, Carver, and a Grocer.
Grocer?
Yeah, that's it. And then we've got these cards here, which have this little homely back on them. And it looks like they are guests that can arrive and give you bonuses. So you gain stories from the supply. That's a moose, an American beaver, a black bear. He's a very friendly looking black bear. You've got a grey wolf who's having a nice cup of tea, a cup of coffee, a striped skunk, he's a bit stinky, common loon, a snapping turtle chilling out, pleated woodpecker, a Canada lynx who looks like very happy to be here, a mole, a leopard frog, Mr. Toad, a blue jay, a wild turkey. Now there's someone I wouldn't mind getting to know, and a
red panda,
pine harlin, is it? Pine harlin, and a common raven. My goodness, all these people. That's a moose. She'll move when she's good and ready. All right, then we've got one last little pack, which I think is another mini expansion.
Yay,
Someone is hooning around outside, very loud, but the good thing is we've got a mic, so hopefully the microphone has made it not so crazy. Mini expansion, mini plastic for the floor. What have we got here? We have the Dreams Come True micro expansion. So the other one was a mini expansion. This is no, they're both micro expansions, but that's okay. Now, one thing about Fossilis too, with the Kickstarter exclusive, all the expansions are pretty much included in the box, and there's about 4 or 5 that were included, which is cool. Not as many here, but still the same number of components, which I'm kind of digging. So this adds secret goals for each player to work on during the game. How many of your dreams will come true? So effectively, 8 dreams exactly. So these dream cards effectively are goals that will help you achieve bonus points at the end of the game.
Like 110?
Maybe 110. Stone Skipper. Visit any river location successfully and discard all of the stones that you gain. Big Spender, Forager, Swimmer, Feast Master, Daydreamer, Artisan, Homebody, Fun Guy, have at least 6 mushrooms, ha ha, Rockhound, Coin Collector, Moonshiner, that's not very good, make an illegal brews, Villager, Merchant, a good listener, Fast Learner, a perfectionist, that's me, a Whittler, a Visitor, a Weaver, Snowbird.
Oh, Snowbird.
Librarian. You can hold all the books. Oh, be the best friend. Yeah, nice. The Lone Wolf and the Angler. While you have the worm, you have a worker alone in a river location. And then you get 5 points, and then you can grab a different one. That's very cool. Kind of digging those. All right, that, my dears, is pretty much it. Have I missed anything? No?
I don't think
No,
so.
that's it. That's all the
Just lift
contents.
this up, just make sure.
That's a very good idea. Charlotte has just pointed out that I should lift up and make sure there's nothing underneath. No, there is not.
I was
Now-
just checking because some of the games we did that and there was something under
I
there.
know. Particularly some of the legacy games too. We've found there's been extra bits and pieces under things. Now, what we'll do? Hang on, let me just get that knife out of the way.
So we don't stun us.
What we're going to do before we finish up, because we're going to pack all this up and get sorted, we're going to show you what it looks like when it's all set up. So through the magic of editing and all the wonderful things we do here at HB Gaming, we're going to show you what this looks like when it's complete. Roll the tape. And there you go. What do you think of that? Creature comforts set up by Kids Table Board Gaming on our big display table with our overpasses and fly-throughs and stuff. It's a great way to showcase what is a quality production on a game that is designed for family members of all ages. I can only hope that when we get this to the table and play it out, that I don't get absolutely demolished because of my absolutely crap dice rolling skills. And I know that is going to let me down, and I know Charlotte is looking forward to exactly
10%.
that. 10%?
Of winning.
10%. I'm going to win 10% of the time. I believe that's what that
Yes.
meant. Which is not great, but that's okay. That's okay. That's
That's
fine.
what you usually do in dice rolling games.
Yeah, well, that's it. There have been occasions where I've, rolled well, but they are indeed, admittedly, few and far between. First impressions. Let's talk about this one now. Knowing how good Fossilis was,
About what part?
about the entire thing.
Oh,
what
okay, so-
what did you like inside Creature Comforts based on first impressions?
You go first.
Me. I like it all because I'm a sookie la for this sort of thing. I think it's fantastic. Me, table presence is a big deal, as you're aware if you've watched the channel before. But I think game trays coming on board, The deluxe upgraded components just look fantastic. Glad that we've got extra baggies and things for those. The board for this one, I admittedly did think was bigger, but I think because of the individual player trays and things as well, the fact that it's spread out on the table, and the fact that you've got those resources to hoard, I think is really good as well.
And
I really like
apples that
it.
you can eat.
Oh, I wouldn't eat the apples, but yes,
What
that's
if
nice.
you ate an apple while you were playing the game? That would be good.
It's not bad. You know, you need to have apple pie while you play, but then apple pie would get everywhere on the cards. Maybe not. No, it's not such a good idea.
If you
What
haven't
do you
eaten
think,
or not.
Charlotte? What do you think? What are your first impressions on Creature Comforts?
Well, of all the dice rolling games, I think this is going to be my best one.
You think this will be your favourite? We have a new winner, a new leader. Okay, now admittedly, Charlotte has played Get to the Checkpoint, which is behind us here as well. It has done okay. It's a solo experience, obviously a different game, but that's not what we're here to talk about. But dice rolling games, Charlotte does excel at very, very well. She's got this knack of just rolling
Like, it's
exactly
like I
what
was
she needs.
born to die. I mean, I'm born to...
Born to roll dice. I think is what you're born to die. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Look, we will give you a battle report once we've brought this to the table and shown you a bit. We may even try and get a playthrough done because obviously the playthrough of Fossilis went down very, very well with everybody.
Me.
It would be remiss of us at this point not to thank our Patreon subscribers for allowing us to do all of the crazy stuff that we do. Yes, bow. Yes, very bow. Bow down. We are not worthy. We
You
appreciate all your support. You, the Patreon person, the Patreon subscribers, you know who you are. You, my dears, are very, very worthy.
And the
Absolutely
subscribers.
love your work. Those of you who have smashed that subscribe button and enjoy our content on the regular, we appreciate you very much. Thank you very much. It is a small action from you to smash that button, but it means the world to Charlotte and I and the rest of the team here at
and
HBG and Blair as well. We have plenty more content coming your way. Wild Serengeti has literally just arrived on our doorstep, so can't wait to unbox that one for you. We have playthroughs of Creature Comforts, playthroughs of Foundations of Rome, heaps of content
Marvel
coming your way.
Champions.
Maybe some Marvel Champions on the horizon. We also have some D&D content again coming back to you on the regular, including a beginner's buyer's guide of how to start getting into D&D, which we've had a few requests for as well.
Like, a video of me playing D&D?
There is talk of a documentation, a live campaign of the Lost Mine of Phandelver. Charlotte is finishing part 1, so we're coming into part 2, but we did think we could do that as a bit of a 4-part series for you as well. We will see how we go there. Whether it's live, whether it's pre-recorded, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
If it is going to go live, you will see it on the channel in the upcoming live stream feeds. But that is pretty much all there is from us now. I hope you enjoyed unboxing of Creature Comforts. It looks like it's going to be a fantastic game. I did too. I enjoyed it as well. We've been hanging out for a while. We will see you back at the table very, very soon. Until then, get out there, play more games, be kind to each other, do lots of fun, awesome things. Until then, though, it is... bye for now.